Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. HALT. This is an acronym that helped me so much during my sobriety journey. Let's talk about it. So many of you know I've been sober for 8 years. Over those 8 years, I've had all of these tidbits of information that have really helped me in my day-to-day life. The acronym HALT has always really helped me. So what it's supposed to do is, and what was taught to me was, whenever I was feeling really irritated, really overwhelmed, which I feel overwhelmed a lot, like I'm ready to flip out on someone or just do something that would be impulsive, I was taught to HALT. So one, stop. Pause, right? And then ask yourself, are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Are you tired? And if any of those answers are yes, fix those things before you make your next move. So many of the times for me, I was hungry or I was tired. And you'd be surprised what a little Sammy and nap would do to your attitude where you don't make those impulsive choices or decisions and kind of mess up your day. I don't know about you guys, but I get really hangry. So if I am going throughout my day, not that I usually don't forget to eat because I love eating and I love food, but at times when you're running around busy, especially as a nurse, I can let myself get too hungry. Next thing you know, I'm like extra irritable and then I wonder why I'm irritable. It's usually because I'm hungry. So HALT has helped me stop, eat, and then proceed. So angry, also, like if I'm angry, I will know to pause. There are times when I'm so angry, I really think sending that text message is going to make me feel better, or saying that mean thing, or responding to the email in a nasty way or passive aggressive way. I know when I'm feeling that anger, I need to HALT. I need to pause, I need to wait. You know what? Give myself 20 minutes, come back, and if I'm still thinking that's a good idea, then I can do it. And guess what? 10 out of 10 times, I never feel like doing it. I might still respond to the email and to the text message, but I won't be responding in like a petty, passive-aggressive way, which has helped me greatly because I used to respond how I wanted to respond and then regret it later because you think it's gonna feel good, but it doesn't. It doesn't feel good. I love the L in HALT, lonely. A lot of times, especially in our society, we have been taught to, I think, gain independence, be independent, do everything on your own. You got this, just grind. And really, I think we need a lot more connection than we think we do. Whenever I'm feeling really bad, I usually have to ask myself, have I connected to anyone today? And a lot of times when I'm feeling bad, I want to not connect. My brain tells me, no, go away, hide, watch TV, don't connect even more, isolate even more. And really what I need is to connect. And I only know that because something like HALT has taught me that when I do connect when I'm lonely, I feel better. When I don't connect when I'm lonely, when I do what my brain tells me, which is isolate more, I feel even worse. So it just took some practice over time to learn to connect even when it felt like I didn't want to. Last but not least, the T, tired. Am I tired? Again, not all of us can just stop our day and go nap if we're tired. But if we can, please do so, because a lot of our emotions can be, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And a lot of times because we're in such this grind mode, it's hard to even let ourselves sit down and realize that we're tired. So if we can just HALT, if we can take a nap, if we can rest for a little bit, that is amazing. If we can't, because many of us can't, let's just pause, right? And like, I always go like this to myself. It's like I'm like petting my little baby self. Oh, it's so weird, but it's true. And it helps me kind of just ground myself and remind myself to like stop, be with myself, take a moment. And even if I can't sleep, at least just take a deep breath and pause and not just react to all of my life situations. So in sobriety, at least my sobriety, there are many like slogans or things people have said to me that really stuck with me and helped me on a day-to-day basis, because a lot of times what my brain wanted to do in sobriety was go forward or go backwards, like fixate on the past and cause me to feel bad because I didn't like what I was thinking about or I regretted some of the things, or it made me focus on the future, and not in a healthy way, in a ruminating, obsessive, anxious kind of way, like controlling, trying to control the future, or making up stories in my head about the future, which would cause me anxiety. I mean, they almost sound silly sayings, but they're not. They really helped solidify things in my mind, so when my brain would go there, I could think of these sayings, which would help kind of bring me back to the present moment. And one of those sayings is called one day at a time. I'm sure many people have heard that. I think that goes for more than just sobriety. We really are living a day at a time. And I truly mean that when I say I truly try to live my day a day at a time, or my life a day at a time. So one of the things that really helped me was when I was thinking about not drinking anymore, right? At the time, now it's been 8 years, but when I first started that journey, it was like, no way could I ever do this. I can't imagine never drinking again. And I used to say that to people who were also in sobriety. You know, when I was still counting days, I'd be like, I can't imagine though, like never drinking again. You know, like, what do you mean? Not drinking at a wedding? Not drinking at this time or that time? Or what about 4th of July? Or, you know, there's things that you think about. And they would always say to me, no, that's okay. You don't have to not drink again. Just don't drink for today. You just don't drink for today. You can drink tomorrow, just don't drink today. And they meant it. And that really helped me stay in the day. Like when I was really having one of these really bad days where it felt like staying sober would be the worst possible thing, people would say to me, it's okay, just stay sober for today. Tomorrow, if you still feel this way, tomorrow you can drink. And guess what? The next day would come, I'd be sober, and that feeling goes away. Because again, another saying, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I mean, that's not just a sober saying. People say that all the time. But emotions come and go. Those will pass. And all we have to do is feel them, know they're going to go away. They are not permanent. The more comfortable we can get with being uncomfortable and knowing that those uncomfortable feelings will pass, the easier our life will be. Generally speaking, even good emotions, like any emotions like happy, sad, all of those things are going to ebb and flow. Things will always change. And knowing that and accepting that can lead to, I think, greater freedom in our lives. I could talk about sobriety all day long and how it's really changed my life. But the last thing I'll leave you with is the thing I say almost every day, which is I pause when agitated. And like I was saying earlier, whenever I am agitated, I know I have to pause, because every time I don't pause, every time I shoot off that email, or if I read a mean comment in my comment section, which I do often, and sometimes I win this battle and sometimes I don't, as you guys probably see in my comment section. But I can read a comment, I get very agitated, and if I don't pause, I rattle off something just as mean as what they said to me, right? Or just as snarky, because I'm gonna get them. And after I do that, every time I regret it. I never feel better giving it back. So I really try to practice pausing when agitated, because if I don't, and I've seen this because I practice it in my life, when I do win and I don't say the mean comment back, I pause, I tell myself, Julie, this is what I literally say, Julie, give yourself 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, if you still feel like saying that mean comment back, then you can, but you have to give yourself 10 minutes. And 10 minutes later, I never feel like saying it back. I've forgotten about it. And I'm always grateful that I didn't put that negative energy out in the world. I didn't have to add to it. This isn't my normal content, but I feel like these are life lessons, not just lessons for people who are sober. I feel like these acronyms and these slogans, things you can say to yourself, would help people in everyday life, not just people in recovery. So I hope this helped you.